Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome to today's live. Welcome to today's live stream. How are you all doing? So good to have you with me today. So good to be here once more. When was the last time I had a live? I think it's been a while. Like today is I think Saturday, Friday, it's been a while, whatever. We're here today. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Please share the link with your family and friends so they can join us. I love these lives because I get to share a lot here that you can just learn so much, about how to relocate abroad, do it yourself without the use of an agent. Because I hear how much agents charge you guys, and I'm like, wow, you have so much money. You can actually do it yourself, and that is what my channel is all about, how you can do it yourself. Let me hear from you guys. Drop a comment. Let me know you're here. I see people live, but I'm not seeing comments. What's going on? Please drop a message. Let me know you're here with us. All right. Let me know you guys can hear me, you can see me, and all is going great. Okay. Frank is saying hi, Jackie. Hi, Frank. Good to have you here today. Thanks for joining. I want to share the link with you guys. Can you share the link with your family and friends so they can join us? Yeah. Can you do that? Let me see. Um, let me also share the link myself, right? Let me do that real quick. Um, okay, so today, right, we're gonna talk a lot. So do share your questions, ask me questions and all of that. Any challenge you may be having with moving abroad for work. So today is all about work for those that want to move abroad for work, right? For any country, whatever your challenge may be, here's your chance. Let's talk it over. Let's get to solve your problems. Yeah. So that is why we are here today. So whatever issues you have with your relocation, your move abroad for work, let's hear it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see all the comments. Yeah, I'll get to it. There's so many. Yeah, just drop your questions. I'm gonna go through it. Yeah. So I just wanted to share the link with you guys so you can share the link with your family and friends so they can join us. All right, because it's just good when you're here. You can ask a question and all. Someone is saying free CV review, Jackie. Yeah, I'm gonna do free CV review right here. Okay. Um, we can hear you. We can hear you. Okay. Yeah, so I guess it's all working great. Tabile, hello from South Africa. So good to have you. Yeah, let me know where you're watching from. I can see South Africa here. Which other country is here represented? I think this is a Ghanaian name. This is Nigeria, Ezine so hi, hi, hi. Okay, questions are rolling in already. Nonso is asking, what is the best country that one can move for work? What is the best country? Let me put that comment up. What is the best country that one can move for work? So the best country, the question is it's not one size fits all kind of thing. Everyone's case is different, right? So it depends on your occupation. First of all, which occupation are you? How far have you gone with your education? Things like that. Because there are some countries where if you're not a graduate, you can't really thrive. Like, not like thrive, you can't, yeah, thrive, definitely, but you can't even get, a visa sponsorship job if you don't have a university degree, some countries, right? And then there are some countries where there are certain occupations that you should target when you're looking for jobs, like the shortage occupations in the country. Okay, so every country has occupations that are experiencing labor shortage, right? You guys know that labor shortage is kind of like a global, phenomenon. Like so many countries after the pandemic and all, there's been a whole lot of labor shortage. Countries were really hit by what happened in 2020. So since then, yes, there has been labor shortage before then, but after post the pandemic, yeah, so much labor shortage that countries now really have to look, abroad to hire. There were countries that before would never hire from overseas, like it wasn't a thing. But right now they've opened up to hire from overseas. Countries like Japan, countries like New Zealand, these were countries people did not really used to go for work, before, but now people are moving down for work in those countries. So to answer your question, also, it's not like there's a best country for everybody that wants to go for work. There is a best country for individuals. Yeah. So if you tell me what occupation you're in, how far, your level of experience, your skills, your education, then I can tell you what is the best country for you, right? So this is very personalized. It's not general. Okay. So there are some countries where if you're a doctor, you can go. It's easy to go, high salary. So if you're like a doctor, I can say, okay, this is the country to go, to migrate to. If you're a chef, for example, I can say this is the country to go. If you're a plumber, a welder, a fashion designer, you're an accountant, it's really personalized. And even within a particular occupation, yeah, your level of experience also matters as well, right? So it's not one answer for everybody. So if you can give me more information for yourself, then I can best advise you. All right. So yeah, there's a very good one here from MNK. I am a lawyer of over 10 years post call. I need CV review to get a job in Canada. All right, so I have a CV review service as a matter of fact. So if you want that, you can actually book that service and I'm going to review your CV for you. And CV review is not CV writing. I'm not going to write your CV from scratch. If you click the link for the CV review, you're going to see a list of all the things that I'll be doing for your CV. It's called review. Review means working on, improving on something that already exists. Okay. So that's basically what it is. So I list out everything I'm going to be doing to your CV on that service. And it's like I've been doing this for over a decade. I mean, CV writing and all of that. Before YouTube, this is what I've been doing right from time. I've been a recruiter. I've been, all manner of things. So I've been doing this even before YouTube. So this is like a very, very professional service, and I'm giving it away like just giving it away just like that. So it's something you really need to take advantage of, and I'm doing that only this period. After this period is over, I'm not going to do CV reviews anymore. So if you need a CV review, this is the best time to take advantage of the service. I could say it's on discount, yeah, right now, like give away this like add giveaway to discount. That is basically what it is right now. So the link is in the description box below. If you're interested in that, you can get that service and I review your CV for you. So quite a number of people, many people have been getting that service a lot. I see that, you guys are really getting that service a lot, and it's really good. I appreciate that you guys are serious with your relocation. When I see people take such action, I know, yes, this person is serious about it. So the link, like I said, is in the description. Let me see if I can put it in the chat box. So you can just click on it and get that service. So in this video today, I'm going to be helping you, like sharing, a few secrets that is going to help you. Like I said, I've been a recruiter before. I've recruited in several, companies and all. So I know this thing. I know what works and what does not work, and I'll be able to guide you. Okay, so I've dropped a link for the CV review service if you're interested in that. And then if you want, like something to help with like knowing the best country to go, the visas available, the opportunities, basically the best opportunities available to you. You can book a one-on-one consultation with me. We can talk over a call where I just, solve your own problem, show you how it's done, just guide you. Very personalized service just for you. All right. All right. So I just started off answering questions, but it's cool. That's why we're here. It's all about you. It's all about you. So even if we stay here and just answer questions all through, I think that is fine. But I'm going to share some secrets with you to get, free CV review, like I said in the title, to help you to put together your CV in the best possible way to get a job abroad and for any country of your choice, and also how to get a visa sponsorship job, abroad as well. We're going to talk about that in this video. All right. So let me see something else. Esther is asking, I'm a teacher and can do care job. Advise me. All right. So are you like a registered teacher in your country? Because that is very important. Like, are you registered with the teachers board, whatever it's called? You have to be a registered teacher in your country first of all before you can migrate as a teacher. Teaching is a very professional occupation, yeah. So you need that registration in your country first. And then depending on which country you want to go, you would also need to like register with theirs. Like for the UK, for example, for you to teach, to be a teacher in the UK, you need to have the QTS, which is what's the Q? Let me see. What's the full meaning of the QTS? Let me just look at it. Oh my goodness. So in the QTS is the qualified teacher status. Yeah, that's what it's called. So for you to be a teacher to teach, in the UK, you need to have the QTS, right? And it's just like that. And for you to get that QTS, you must already have been like a registered teacher in your country as well before you can, write the exams and get certified to be a teacher in the UK as well. Same thing with every, like Australia, to be a teacher, it's the hurdles you're going to cross are like so many because I mean you're teaching, you're in charge of the next generation, and so they can't like play over that. So you need to be really licensed like to teach in that country. So I would like to know if you're registered in your country, how many years of experience, which level of teaching are you doing? Is it nursery, secondary, whatever, what subject as well? I need a lot of that information. And also, you said you can do care job. What do you mean by you can do care job? Are you is certified? Are you trained? Do you have certifications for caregiving? Things like that. It's very important that you get certified for caregiving. It makes you stand out in the labor market as well because the way this care job works, they can hire anybody, to be honest. You don't need like care training, you don't even need a certification, you don't need experience, you don't need anything, and you can be a caregiver, but you need to be in the country to be hired on that level. So if you want to get a job as a caregiver from overseas, you do need your certifications. And these days, when it first, when the whole caregiving thing first started, hiring overseas caregivers, they were not particular about the certifications. You could do the online certifications on Florence Academy, on Allison and all, and get jobs. But these days, they are getting more and more strict, because it's more competitive, like I said, because caregivers, they can hire like anybody can be a caregiver, no experience, no nothing, right? Because they usually train whoever they hire. Even if you're coming with your experience and your certifications, they're still going to train you before you start your job, right? So it's open to everybody. And because there is so much shortage in caregiving, like every country, needs caregivers, the UK, Canada, all the countries in Europe, because there is a very big aging population in most of these countries, and the locals don't want to do this job. So there's always shortage, right? And the aging population is so much, and the young people are not as many as the aging, there are not enough carers, not enough young people to care for the elderly. Like the UK, for example, recently, I think last month, the who was it? Was it the one of the ministers, I think immigration or something, said that they want to stop hiring foreign caregivers, that UK folks, like UK citizens, should have more children so that they can take care of the elderly ones, when they are old. So that's what they're trying to do now, to get people to have more children so that there'll be enough people to take care of the elderly. So that is what they're experiencing because of, in the past like 3 decades or so, people were not having many children. So now they don't have enough people to care for the elderly. And that is why they're hiring from overseas. If you visit some countries in Europe, like Germany, Sweden, many of the top countries in Europe, right? You're going to see so many elderly people, and you're not going to see a lot of young people like 25 and below. You're not going to see so many of them because all of them are like going abroad, trying out things. They are more adventurous. There is more, I mean, so much shortage in that, right? Like I said, so they're hiring anybody that wants to do the job, and there are usually a lot of people ready to take up those jobs. From the students are taking up these jobs, dependents are taking up these jobs. So they will not like hire somebody from overseas without experience. So if you want to go into care, try to get certified. I know that is really expensive these days, especially in Nigeria. Someone I spoke to today said that she wants to go for the care training in Lagos, and they were going to charge her, is it 150,000? And that is one of the cheapest I've heard about. So I know it's very expensive these days, but try to find, a way you can do it cheap. I always advise people to, like, instead of going for like a care training in one of those places, that leverage on the people that want to migrate, you can rather join like a care home or a hospital, do something with a hospital or a care home, and in that training can also like be your work experience as well. Because if you do it for like 6 months and you're done, you have your certification from them, they're going to give you reference letter and all of that, and you also have your 6 months of experience. So rather than spending 400,000, yeah, someone told me it was 400,000 that she was to pay for the care training. Instead of doing that, just get attached to a hospital or a care home and do your training there. Volunteer, you're working, but I call it volunteering. You're doing your training, they're training you, and you're also getting your work experience as well. I think it's a win-win situation for you, right? So you can try something like that. So if you want to go into care, it's very good because there are care jobs. Your care jobs are not going to run out, so it's a good one. You can get a job as a carer. I think I'm going to do a video for how to move to Canada as a carer. I've done for the UK and all. I've done for New Zealand. I've done for Australia. I've done for Finland. I'm going to do for Canada. I've done for Canada, but just introducing the visa and all. But I'm going to do maybe a live stream like this where I can really talk about exactly how to get it done, how to move to the Canada as a carer. All right, I spent so much time on that question. I'll try to be fast. What happens if you miss your appointment? What appointments? Is there a question before that? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what appointment you're talking about. All right, so Patty is asking, does L5 TEFL qualifications count instead of a degree? It's not instead of a degree, it's on its own, right? It's on its own. So it depends on what you want to do. That is teaching English as a foreign language. So I think I've done a live stream like this about teaching opportunities in Asia, in Japan. I've talked about Japan in particular. You can also move as a teacher to South Korea, to China, which other country? Thailand. Yeah. So all the countries that are non-English speaking usually need English teachers, and you don't need to be a teacher. You don't need to be a registered teacher, a practicing teacher, or whatever. You don't need any experience as a teacher to move as a teacher to these countries. They need English. That's teachers that are going to teach the children English, how to communicate in English, right? So you can take advantage of that as well. So TEFL certificate, I'm guessing that is the one you're talking about here, Patty. It's not like, it doesn't take the place of a degree. It's its own certificate, right? So it depends on what the qualifications like they're asking for the job you want to apply for. Like the one for Japan, for example, you need to be a university graduate. You need to have a bachelor's degree to take up those jobs in Japan. And you still need your TEFL certificate. So it doesn't replace the other. They are just two separate things. But if you give me more information on what you're trying to do with that, maybe I can guide you further. Because you just asked if it counts instead of a degree. I mean, it's on its own. It's something different. Yeah. Okay, appointment with me. Green is asking, what if you miss your why will you miss your appointment? You can always, if we have an appointment, like I have an appointment with you, you can always tell me if you're not going to make it. I mean, things happen. So just reach me, say, okay, you're sorry you can't make the appointment, and then we reschedule. I always tell everybody, that I have appointments with, that you can always reach out to me if you're not going to make it. Okay. So I think that's like the ethical, what's the word? That's the best thing to do, right? It's the best thing to do if you can make an appointment. It's just right that you reach out to the person you're meeting with to let them know so they don't just waste their time. I mean, it's respectful. It's, that's just the best thing to do. All right. So I don't know why you're asking that, but I've answered. Okay. Okay, so many questions, but let me talk a little bit about getting visa sponsorship jobs abroad before we go ahead. All right, how can you get visa sponsorship jobs abroad? So now I'm talking in general. Yeah, I'm talking in general, but you can always ask me questions in particular if you're, interested in any particular country. You can always ask me about that, but I'm speaking in general because I know that a lot of people have challenges with getting jobs abroad. People don't really know how it works, you know. I have one-on-one consultation with people. I talk to a lot of people, and I just know that so many people don't have so much information. And I wonder why that is. I've done over like how many videos? Almost 400 videos on my channel right now. Most people just see the title, they don't watch the video. I've come to realize, you know, they just see the title, they don't watch the video, they don't take action. You know, there are people like that. So now getting a job abroad is a different ball game from getting a job within your own country. All right. And even getting a job in your own country is not so easy. It's not so easy, right? I when I was a recruiter, there were people that would come for interviews and they will be like meeting that, oh, we met in 5 other interviews. Getting a job is not like one of the easiest things, you know, especially if you don't have skills that are above average. If you're like the average person, all you have is a bachelor's degree and that's it, you know, hundreds of other people, thousands of other people have those bachelor's degrees as well. So if it begun and ended in the four walls of your classroom, you know, you're average, and there's so many other people like you. So getting a job as an average person is going to be very tough, even within your own country. Then think about getting that job overseas. Now, for you to get a job overseas, the employers are not doing you a favor, right? It's not they are not doing, it's not a humanitarian service, or they just sit down and feel like, okay, let's hire from Africa to, you know, let's help Africans, or let's help Indians, let's help Filipinos by giving them jobs. That's not what they're doing. They are running their company. It's for profit, and everyone they hire is supposed to bring value to the company to help them to make money, right? So it's not like they're doing you a favor or whatever. So don't expect that you can be anyhow and get the job. No, they're going to hire the best candidates, right? That fits, you know, their company goals or whatever. So if 100 people apply for one job, for example, they're not going to hire out of pity that, okay, oh, this person needs to migrate, needs a visa sponsorship job from Ghana. Let's give this person the job just so that the person can, you know, migrate or whatever. They're not going to do that. They're going to hire the best person that is going to be of value to them. Okay, that's how it works. And I feel like a lot of people just feel this migration thing is a poverty alleviation scheme these countries are running, or I don't know, people just feel like anybody, like anyhow you are, they just take you. It doesn't work that way. They're going to take the best people, right? Even when visas, they come up with visas, these visas are put together to get the best people into the country. They want the best people to come into their country to help them grow economically and all of that. You know, these countries usually like have long-term goals. Like they can have, you know, they can think about it that, oh, in the next 20 years, we're not going to have, you know, people, young professionals in their 40s in our country anymore, the way things are going. So what they do, they come together, put together a visa to hire foreign, highly skilled foreign workers that are in their 20s or in their 30s or whatever, you know, to help them to meet their goals, whatever goal it is, right? So these things are not put together for to help you. No, it's not to help you, it's to help them. Every country does what is in their own best interest. So you want to get a visa sponsorship job abroad, ensure you are very valuable. Okay, ensure you're very valuable. If all you have is your bachelor's degree, try to get other certifications to add to it. Like if you're an accountant, for example, try to be chartered, try to get, you know, check out jobs in the country of your choice. Like you want to move to the UK, for example, go and Google accounting jobs in the UK. And then you look at the requirements, look at what they are looking for in that candidate. They always mention the certifications they are looking for. Go get those certifications. All right. And I'm just using an accountant as an example, but this works for every other profession. Search for jobs in the country of your choice for the role that you're looking for, you know, jobs in your occupation. Look at the job requirements, what they are looking for in the candidates, and try to meet those requirements. Whatever certifications they are looking for, try to get it. Whatever skills they are looking for, try to get it. And thank goodness that these days you can get whatever skill or certification from the comfort of your home. You can get trained online and things like that. So always check what are these people looking for this role in this country, and you try to get it, because it's not going to be the same like in your country. For example, like if they want to hire an accountant in your country, I know that not every company even hires a chartered accountant. They can hire, whoever, whatever. So the requirements for hiring an accountant in your country will not be the same with requirements for hiring an accountant in the UK, for example. And then you're even from overseas. So you even have to be better than the people in the country, because why would they leave someone in the country and travel seven seas to come and, hire you? It's because you're better than the person that is in the country. Do you get it? So you have to be better than the people in the country for them to hire you. So when you're looking for a visa sponsorship job abroad, try to be as valuable as possible. All right. And you can always improve on yourself, right? So you don't have to remain the same way you were year in, year out. Try to improve on yourself, try to be more valuable in the job market, search for the jobs you're looking for in those countries, see what they're looking for in the ideal candidates, and try to meet those requirements. That is basically how it's done. And then to search for the jobs, you can search on Indeed. Indeed is one job portal that is in like every country. So if you want to go to Japan, for example, okay, let me use Japan. If you want to go to Ireland, for example, right? Just Google Indeed Ireland. You're going to see the link for Ireland. You go there, you search for your job. So search for jobs with your job description, search with your skills, search with your job role, job title. There are so many ways to search for a job. So if you want to get a job as an accountant, for example, you search for accounting jobs. You just put in there accounting, put in there accountant, put in there chartered accountant, put in ACCA, put in, you can search by job title, job role, search by occupation, search by skills as well. Like if you're a web developer, you're not just don't just search for web developer jobs, for example. You can also search by skills. Whatever skill you have in web development, you search using those, search terms as well. I don't even know if you understand what I mean. Let me see comments so that I'm sure you you understand me. All right. Please be dropping comments. I feel like I'm communicating and you're getting me, okay? Okay, Frank says, hi Jackie. An HR practitioner with masters in HR. I also have over 6 years experience in HR. I would like to be advised on a location that would suit me. All right, good one. So HR as a whole, in general, HR is not so lucrative like that for visa sponsorship jobs. Because if you have a company, for example, a company that has about 500 staff, how many HR staff do they need in a company? So HR is never in shortage. There's no shortage at all in HR. Like, so HR does not have a lot of visa sponsorship jobs. But what you can do is this, like I just explained, search for jobs in your level, see what they're asking for, and try to get them. Even get more, like I said, be more valuable than the people that are in the country. So when they look at it, they see that yes, it's worth it, going through all the paperwork to hire you from overseas. Because it takes a lot for a company to hire from overseas. They have to pay, they have to get the license. It's a whole lot that goes on behind the scenes. So if you see a company not wanting to hire from overseas, it's not like they don't want you or anything. It's just they don't want to go through the stress. It's a lot of stress to hire from overseas. Not to mention that it may take you a while to even get there. Because most times when they want to hire, they need a person like on Monday, So all these things are factors. So just try and be more valuable. So Frank, what I would say is this: look for a job, search for jobs in the country of your choice, and look at what the requirements are and try to have all of that. Okay, that's the best thing I would say. But as far as shortage goes, HR doesn't experience any shortage at all, because how many HR does a company actually need? It's not it's not so lucrative for visa sponsorship jobs like that. All right, but you can still get it done if you're valuable enough. Of course, they'll want to hire you. Okay, question here. I've finished my healthcare assistant training and I've got my certificate. Please, what do I need before I'll apply for healthcare assistant? What do you need? You finished your healthcare assistant training and you've gotten your certificate. check out jobs, apply for jobs. All right, that's the next step. Apply for jobs. Go to job sites, whatever country you want to go to. This name looks familiar. Tariq. Have we talked before? Just check for jobs, whatever country you want to go to, check the job portals in that country. Or just go on Google, search for healthcare, what is it called? Healthcare assistant jobs in Canada, healthcare assistant jobs in UK. And you're going to see jobs, you're going to see job portals, apply for jobs, the ones you qualify for. And then if you see anyone that is asking for things you don't have, try and get it. That's just basically how it's done. All right. Hi, Adi. You're welcome. Good to have you. You join all my live streams. You're welcome, Adi. Okay. I have a question here. Hi, Jackie. Please advise having more than 10 years in civil engineering. Civil engineers are in like all the types of occupation lists all around. Like any country you want to go to, the UK, New Zealand, Australia. New Zealand is hiring civil engineers. I'm very sure of that. The UK as well. I'm pretty sure it's still on the structured education list, even though they've updated their list, recently. I'm sure it's still there. And Netherlands is another country that needs civil engineers. Ireland needs civil engineers. I can hardly think of a country you want to move to that does not need civil engineers. It's always in the shortage occupation list. I think civil engineers are on the green list, and even what's it called? Tier 1 of the green list of New Zealand, which means you can even move as a permanent resident to New Zealand. You can even do that. You're really needed. Civil engineers are so needed. So what you need to do is this: get together a very good CV, right? It all begins with your CV. That's why, like, you need to have a very good CV. And we're going to talk about that in a bit. So get together a very good CV, apply for jobs in any country of your choice as a civil engineer, and you're going to get it. Trust me, you're going to get the job when you have a good CV. So get a very good CV. Because why is your CV so important? Because that is what the recruiter is going to be looking at to judge you. They're not going to talk to you. You don't apply by video call and then you plead your case. No, your CV is the one pleading your case, right? So try and get the best CV. You can be a very valuable candidate, right? But if you don't reflect that on your CV, you're not going to get a job. Someone that is not even that valuable can even get a job before you because they've put together a very good CV. Have you ever seen, scenarios where someone is hired after they're like, the person is not like really performing at work, and they're like, but your CV was so good, so people even put together very good CVs that are better than them, so why are you so good and you don't have a good CV? I mean, it doesn't balance. So try to get a very good CV before you even think of applying for jobs, so you don't get weary. I mean, it's just normal that when you get a lot of rejections, you're going to get discouraged. It's normal. We are all humans. All right, so get that. All right, so Tarid, you said we've talked before. Okay, great. So send me an email so we can talk more. Send me an email using the old thread we talked. Please, when you want to send me an email, we've talked before, especially those that I've had one-on-one consultation with before. When you want to send me an email, don't send a fresh one. Just continue with the old conversation because I'll read it fast. I give priority to people I've talked to before because I receive like hundreds of emails, like so many emails, and I can't read my emails every day. So you may get a response like maybe 1 week after, 2 weeks after, or something, because I can't keep up with the number of emails I receive. But if we've done one-on-one consultation before, once I see your email, I read it. Like I give priority to people I've talked to before. So you can send me an email. Let's continue our conversation. All right. Okay. Adi, you want HR jobs? Please, I believe you've heard what I've said. Just try and do those things. If you're just joining me, please watch from the beginning so that you will get to take advantage of what I've said before now. I've said so much that's going to help you. All right, so let's get to talk about CV. All right, let's talk about CV. How do you put together a very good CV? So if you're applying for jobs in Europe, you need to put together a Europass CV. The template matters. You can't come up with your own template to apply for jobs. No, no, no. You have to go with the template for the country you're applying to. So if it's Europe, you're applying to jobs in the EU, please use the Europass CV. Just go Google Europass CV template, you get it, and then you put together your CV like that. So that's one thing, the template has to be in accordance with the country you're applying to. And then the Europass CV is not going to fly in Canada. The way the UK writes their CV, it is so not going to fly in Canada. Canada has their own, CV template or whatever. So if you want to apply for jobs in several countries, like UK, Europe, as in the other parts of Europe, and Canada, you can't use one CV. First of all, you can't use one CV for several countries. Second of all, you can't use one CV to apply for all the jobs you want to apply for. Okay, I'm going to talk more about that now. All right. Esther is saying how this video is free. This is the free CV review I'm doing right now. Someone is asking me how is it free? I don't know what free you're asking. Which free what? Free jobs? You pay to get jobs? No, jobs are free. When you get a job, it's visa sponsored. So you don't need proof of funds when you have a job. Yeah, people don't know this. If you have a job offer, you don't need proof of funds. The company is sponsoring you, right? So you don't need proof of funds for that. Many people that I know that have gotten jobs, they didn't have to put together proof of funds. If you're just showing your bank statements, you're just showing your bank statements and that's it. But it's not, your visa application is not going to be based on, how much you have on your account if you're going for work. All right. So that's something people don't quite know. Okay, do they hire and sponsor? That's what you're asking. Yes, they do. Like they do that. Visa sponsorship is this is what visa sponsorship is. It can be many things. So there's visa sponsorship, there is relocation support or relocation package or whatever, right? So visa sponsorship is basically they are the ones that are sponsoring your visa, like they're the ones putting your case, telling their government, we want this person, we are taking responsibility for this person, and they bring you into the country. So you want to go to the UK, for example, you can't just go by yourself unless you're going on a tourist visa, you can't just go by yourself. It's either a company is sponsoring your visa, that is what they call the sponsorship, or a school is sponsoring your visa. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's basically what it means. It may not in all cases boil down to finance, like they're actually paying money to you or whatever. That is relocation package, which is a different ball game, which every company has their different relocation packages and different levels of skills, highly skilled, like very highly skilled workers, for example, they get so much in terms of relocation support. They get free visa, free flight, free accommodation. They get so much when you're really highly skilled. So like top IT people, even I know an accountant as well, someone that migrated as an accountant and it was free sponsor. They paid for all the visa applications for her and her whole family, paid for all the flight tickets, even gave her accommodation as well. So all the things are different based on who is carrying you and what you are also going to negotiate, because that's another thing. Don't be scared. There's so much to say, but I can't say everything in one video. Don't be scared to ask for things when you're being like negotiate well. Like I said, they are not doing you a favor, right? You're adding value to the company. So if they really want you, they are going to pay, like do whatever it takes to get you. So you can tell them, yeah, that you should pay your flight ticket or whatever. It all depends on what you can negotiate. But first of all, you have to be very valuable so that when you don't ask for too much and they say, what? Please stay back, let's hire someone else. So you need to be very sure of, have confidence in your value. All right. So let me go back to CVs. Okay, so you can't use one CV to apply for all the jobs, right? Even though they are the same occupation, the same role, same level, and that being because the needs of one company is not the same with the needs of another company. Okay, like the job description, the task, your responsibilities at work in company A may not be the same with company B, even though company A and B are both hiring accountants, okay? Same occupation, but different responsibilities in the different companies. So that is why you can't, that's just an example of why you can't use the same CV to apply to every job you want to apply for. Like people apply for hundreds of jobs and you can't use the same CV. So let me explain it to you. When you search for a job, every job has like job descriptions. They have like what they're looking. Let me search for a job so that we can just have an example, of what we are talking about. Okay. So like now I am currently, I don't know why I'm talking about accounting a lot. Is there any accountants on this live stream? I seem to be talking about accounting a lot today. Let me know if you're an accountant. Maybe there's a job waiting for you. Who knows? All right, so where is it? Oh, they're asking me to log in. I'm not logging. Okay, so now, right, they have job requirements, right? They have about the role, what you're going to be doing on the job requirements and all of that, right? So now when you look at this, all these things that they've listed as the task, your task on the job, they're going to list providing operational and transactional support to finance team. Okay, Agatha Jones is a chartered accountant. Yeah, definitely. There has to be another accountant. Like there's so many. Okay. Well, you see why somehow it's just accountants I was talking about. So they've listed the things you're going to be doing on that job, right? So what you're going to do is this. Take out all these things they've listed. Like this particular job I'm looking at has listed 5 things, 5 roles, 5 responsibilities for this job. So what you're going to do is this. You know how when you write your CV, you put your experience, places you worked before, you write the name of the company, then you now write what you did on the job, right? You get that? So you're going to do this. You take out these things they've written here and put them in your CV as things you've done. That is if you can do them. Don't write what you can do, so you put that on your CV. So ensure these 5 things that I mentioned is on your CV as things that you've done, right? So that is why you can't use one CV to apply for several jobs, because you go to look for another job as an accountant. It's not these same things they're going to list as what your job responsibilities are. And it's always very important that whatever they list here as your responsibilities are on your CV. If it's not on your CV, they are not going to hire you. That is a secret you need to know, all right? And then for 2 reasons, even when they're being, they look at your CV manually. For example, I want to hire someone. Let's say I want to hire a domestic staff, for example. I know what I want that staff to do. I want the staff to clean, to mop, to wash clothes, to go to the market, to whatever it is, whatever task I'm hiring that staff for. My next door neighbor is also hiring a staff and does not want that staff to do the same things that I want my own staff to do. Like I want my staff to clean, mop, do things here and there, wash clothes. And then my neighbor may just need a staff that will just be coming to just remove cobwebs and that's it, or just take care of the flowers, water the plants. So me, I don't have plants. I don't want you to water my plants. All I need is for you to mop, clean, and all of that. But my neighbor wants someone to water her plants. So when I am hiring somebody, I will look at someone that has experience in mopping, in cleaning, and things like that. Whereas my neighbor is going to look at someone that knows about plants and how to water plants, how to care for plants so the plants don't die. Okay. So I've had plants before and they all died because I didn't know how to take care of it. So it's just like that. So we are both looking for the same domestic staff, but different responsibilities. So if you send me your CV and you list out how you know all the plants in the world and you can water all the plants, I will not hire you because I'm not looking for someone to water plants. I don't have plants. You understand? I'm looking for someone to clean and mop. But if you go to my neighbor and you go and write how you're the best cleaner, the best mopper, you mopped floor and it was like a mirror, whatever, my neighbor is not going to hire you because they just need somebody to water the plants. So that is how it is with the jobs they're looking for. Even though they're looking for an accountant, 2 companies looking for an accountant, they're not looking for the same thing. So always look for what the requirements they've listed are and ensure you write those things in your CV. All right. That's how it's done. So you can send out 500 job applications and get rejections. It's because what they're looking for, they didn't find it in your CV, and they're not the Holy Spirit to know what your capabilities are more than what you've presented to them in your CV. All right. So that's what you really need to do. So to avoid rejections, try that. I know it's a lot of work, but I mean, nothing good comes easy. You're the one looking for a job. So try and put in the work. So every day you can just have like a number of jobs you want to apply for every day, maybe 4 jobs a day, 5 jobs a day. So you just dedicate time to it and tweak, your CV to fit the particular job you want to apply for. And then something else you really need to know is this, that sometimes people don't go through CVs manually. They have apps or AI or whatever it's called, that scans CVs, and they're going to be scanning CVs for keywords. Okay. So if they don't find the keywords they are looking for, like example, my own keywords are going to be mopping, cleaning, dusting. My neighbor's keywords are going to be watering plants, flowers, whatever. So when she scans the CVs she receives, if the CVs don't have those watering plants, plant lover, flower lover, whatever, your CV is off. You're not gonna you're off. You're disqualified based on the keywords that were lacking in your CV. And then for my own keywords, washing, mopping, whatever, when I scan those CVs through the app or software, the software rather, it's gonna pick the CVs that have those keywords in it. And then I will now look at only the CVs that have those keywords. So if you have a CV that doesn't have the keywords they are looking for, they don't even get to go further. You don't even pass the software level. I don't even understand what I mean. There's so much goes into hiring. It's not like those days, right? Imagine you send out you put together, you know, someone puts a job ad out there. The person is receiving hundreds or thousands of applications, and no one is going to sit down to go through thousands of applications. Think about it. So just try to always put your CV, in the way that is going to work. Yeah, someone said like search engine optimization. Exactly. That is how it works. It's called what's that thing called? Is it ATS or whatever? Right now I'm not remembering anything. But anyway, that's something that is done. So always try to optimize your CV to have the keywords of the job you're applying for. And how do you know the keywords? From what I just told you, it's few minutes ago. That is how it's done. So always tweak your CV to fit into the role you are applying for. So that's one major secret I've shared. There's so many, but we don't have enough time for that. Let me see how long I've done this. Oh my goodness, it's almost 1 hour. So I think we are just going to end it here for today. I'm going to do another one to share more secrets with you so you can get visa sponsorship jobs abroad. But always remember that it begins with your CV. Your CV is like the most important thing that you should possess if you're looking for a visa sponsorship job abroad. People have moved abroad as welders, as fashion designers, as carpenters, name it. You don't need to be a doctor, IT professional, cybersecurity, whatever. You can move abroad as anything you want to move abroad as. Just have a good CV. It's your CV that will work for you. All right. So with these few points of mine, I think I'm going to end it here. Do I have questions to answer? Okay. Yep. Good question. Christine is asking, is it possible to travel at once with family? Big yes. Yes, yes, yes. Whether you're going for, yeah, you can. The answer is yes. You can travel with your family at once. All right. Yes, you can. I don't know if there's any country that will give you a work visa and will not allow your family to join you. I don't know. You go with your family. They want you. They'll do whatever it takes to get you. So if you have a family, will they say drop your family and come? No. You go with your family at once, especially when you're going for work. Unless you don't want to go with them, then you can go first. Because some people just want to go first, see what the place is like instead of packing, their family to go. They want to be sure that it's safe, they have everything they need, it's a good country. So that's what happens sometimes. It's not like, and sometimes they even have all the visas ready, but one person just goes first to prepare the way to bring the families. But yes, you can go with your family at once, most definitely. Let me know which country you want to go. All right. Christine, let me know which country you want to go. All right. Okay, I think we are done for today. So let's do this again tomorrow. I hope I'll be home and free. Let's do this again tomorrow. I think I'm going to talk more about getting visa sponsorship jobs abroad because I know that most people want to go for work. So we're going to talk about it again tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining. Oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you guys, today's the last day for the 50% discount on STACKLEE's products. So you can be a publisher, right? Like publish books online without being a writer. You're not publishing your own books. There are public domain books that you can publish, books by other writers that are in the public domain. And STACKLEE puts together these books for you to just publish. So they have packs of manuscripts, like they have 60 books pack. 150 books pack and 300 books pack. So you can buy either of that to start your publishing business. You publish those books on Amazon, and you can do it from anywhere in the world. I do it. It's one of my business, one of my streams of income, which is a very good one. It's passive. I make money while I sleep, and I don't know when last I published a book, but my books are still selling. I'm still making money without having to do anything. The money just keeps coming monthly the way it should come, without any efforts from me. Because once you upload your book once, when you publish your book once, it's going to sell for years and years down the line. So it's a very good source of income, especially as you want to migrate abroad. It's always good to have more money than your salary, so you can live a good life abroad. And it can also help you with your relocation. It can help you to move as well. A good way to save money to move. Migrating is a lot of money. Moving to a new country, starting off in a new country is a lot of money. So having extra income is really cool. So you can start your publishing business. It's something I do. And I recommend it. I got my books from STACKLEE, same company that I'm talking about. I got from them and I got trained by them. They give free training for you to start. So you don't need to know anything about it. They just train you how to open your store on Amazon. Starting on Amazon is free. Opening a store on Amazon is completely free. You're paying nothing to start this business on Amazon, right? You're going to buy your pack of manuscripts, but to start on Amazon is free. And then you begin to make your money. They're going to train you on how to do that. They're going to also help you with how to get paid, especially in countries that have issues with international payments like Nigeria. But I started mine when I was in Nigeria, and you can do it as well. So check out the description box below to buy your pack of manuscripts to start your publishing business, because they have 50% discount that ends today, 28th November. It ends today. Okay, so buy your pack today, 50% discount. So many people have bought their packs and started their publishing business from our channel. Like, so many of my subscribers have already started publishing and making money. I'm so excited about that. I do wish you all the best in all your endeavors, your making money, your side hustles, saving money to migrate, you're getting jobs, admission, your visa, whatever it is. I do wish you all the best. And I pray that your dream of relocating to any country of your choice, it comes true as soon as possible. Thank you so much for joining. Do subscribe if you've not done that already, so you can be seeing more videos from me. And we're going to talk again tomorrow. So someone is asking what time. Today we did, what time did we do today? What time is it in Nigeria? Is it 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock? I don't know. But we can do like 1 o'clock Nigerian time, 2 o'clock Nigerian time. The latest I do is 3 o'clock Nigerian time. But I am most likely, I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow, but whatever. That's why it's good to subscribe. Once you're subscribed to my channel, every time I come live, turn on your post notification bell. So once I come live, you get notified. You just get a notification and then you can join, because I do it at different times. It depends on my availability. All right. So thanks for joining. See you tomorrow. Love you all.